Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Kinneas here. Live weather has been giving me a dickens of a time. A dickens, I tell you. Now, hopefully it's working great for you. I have been trying to do daily weather reports and checking to make sure that the live weather is matching up to what I'm flying in Colorado Springs. So checking the METARs and then making sure visually it looks the same. So what has been giving me a dickens of a time is it seems to be defaulting to presets. So before I do anything and plan to jump into the air, I've got to come in here and make sure that this thing is set to live. So I set it to live. And then I go back to the main menu and do my stuff. And currently when I restart the simulator or try it again, sometimes that seems to be defaulted to a preset. So at the moment, and a patch is coming in, other things, but some things have been hit and miss, like selecting custom waypoints. Like there, it's allowing me to do it. Well, that's good. Some things have been hit and miss, and currently for me, getting live weather to stay on has been a hit and miss. Now, another thing that can mess you up if you've changed settings in the options and it's not set there. Also, some people have been setting it in during flight. They'll toggle it to on and it won't come on. So under options, general data, you want to make sure that live weather is on in here. You may have toggled it off when doing performance testing, trying to get it to run right on your system. Well, maybe you turn that off. So make sure that is on in there. Okay. So, coming back in here, anytime you move screens is probably a good idea before you fly to just keep double checking that it's set to live. Okay, so let's jump in here. Yeah, so that was interesting. As soon as I spawned in, it said I collided with something. This gives me an opportunity to go back out and also check the METAR to see if the weather is matching. So I pulled up, just type in METAR into Google or Bing or whatever, and pull up Aviation Weather Center. Excuse me, METAR. Okay. You might have to mess with some of the options up here, like, to get what I'm getting. But for the most part, when you hover over a pinpoint, it gives you a flag and some information around it, and here's the translation of it down below here. But if you hover over it, it'll also pull up the METAR the METAR information right here. I'm so sorry. Something else you want to check right here while you have that up is the altimeter setting, 2997. So when you communicate with ATIS inside the game, hopefully it's reading back the same altimeter heading, 29.97. Ceiling 10,000 feet, broken clouds, the winds at 130 degrees at 13 knots. So if we get back over here and we're loading in now, this will give you a wind reading here. There it is. It says it's at 269 and it's 2 knots. So that doesn't seem to be working. So double check in here. Since I crashed and I went back out, it may have even toggled the weather back off again, the live weather off. Let's check it in here. Click live. It says we're at 8:59 p.m. When I look at my clock, no, it's 9:16 here. So we're already having a problem. So live weather is not working right here. So let's go back out to the main menu and double check that live weather is on again. Okay, back out to the main menu. Click a point that I want to take, depart at as. That's right next to this airport where we got our METAR reading. If we click on the airport, we should get a reading too. Right? Do 270 at 2 knots. Okay, let's go double check it's set to live. See, it seems like it toggled it again. So I'm still not getting a proper METAR reading there. That's closer. So when clicking this end of the runway now, or over here, let's see. Okay, it seems to have updated. Now I'm getting 333 at 12 knots. So if I go back over to my METAR, and over it here, and 130 degrees at 13 knots. Well, we're still in the right ballpark as far as the wind power, the 13 knots. I guess it can't be 100% perfect. So the winds are always moving and shifting. So probably within the last few minutes, it could have gone from 330 to 130. Something like that. Or maybe that's just the direction of the runway. Let's see. That's 333. 333. Let's find someplace else. 333. Okay, so. But is it still 13 knots? 12 knots? Yeah, so, that's in the ballpark. So let's take off from here. Set as departure. Hopefully we don't collide into something again. Alright, so when I first appear in here and I have the weather screen open, it shows me that I'm live because I can't press it. And I'm spot on with the time. 9:21, 9:21. Okay, so we've got that going for us. Hang on a second, I'm going to try to turn on some lights. Okay, she's up in the air and we have some lights on. And I've got ATIS pulled up. Let me tune that in. Oh, I can't hear it. One moment.